record. All righty then. All right. Connie Bass and James Davis are discussing how our consulting services can be funded using a anchor institution development model, how this model can serve as a rationale to obtain funding from the Fund 2 Foundation, and also how the HCB nonprofit can market programs that teach prisoners classical music as a way to empower them as individuals and also empower the society with some new ways of looking at workforce development.
Okay.
Okay, so slide 20 talks about anchor-based development, engages anchors in purposeful mission that leverages their collective capabilities to stimulate the community and economic development, improve their operational and competitive positions. And they do it at the same time. This is powerful. They do it at the same time. So it's not competition, it's a cooperative type of business engagement.
Right, working together.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so now this from a marketing perspective and with your experience doing marketing, professional marketing at the Encounter restaurant, this youth entrepreneurial fair, this model here, I bet you we as consultants could get funding to put this type of program together for different nonprofits in California.
Okay.
So that's slide 22, 23. So those engaging youth with a youth entrepreneurial fair. So this is youth development. This is leadership development. This has a Chamber of Commerce benefit. This hits on a number of retail market-based programs that could be implemented immediately. And where I am in the villages in Central Florida, this program could be very successful. And I believe that there's some investors here that would be willing to pay us to implement the program.
Okay.
So this particular youth entrepreneurial development model has monetary cash flow implications for both California and Florida, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay. So here's some more definitions on the value of anchor development in terms of impact transitions. Actually, this slide 25 shows graphically what I tried to verbally explain 30 seconds ago.
Okay.
So slide 25, we definitely want to include this. Okay, applications to small and mid-size. Okay, so this talks about how the institutional model works for small businesses. And the institutional model includes a micro regional model for larger employees, legacy businesses, colleges, hospitals, but also for government organizations, city community foundations, and culture and arts foundation organizations. Wow.
So James, what is legacy business? Does that mean, is that a family business someone inherits their family business? Is that what a
Mm-hmm.
legacy business is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tried to do that in Compton with 131st Street in the house that I grew up on, and tried to do that with the Armory in Compton, make that a business where that community could invest in that 5 acres of land, where we would have something that we could show that we as a community came together. Well,
Okay.
that went up in flames, but I did learn a lot about that. So that's legacy business. The piece here that so powerful, where it talks about anchors include micro regions, larger employees, legacy business, and then arts and cultural organizations. So this talks about the Smithsonian. This also talks about the McKinsey uh, Foundation that's doing
Okay.
the event right now at Pepperdine,
Right.
where I am an alumni there. So we should be able to put together, with Karen's participation, we should be able to explain to Karen Clark how we can leverage on that relationship.
Okay.
Okay, because also Pepperdine claims that they have a religious orientation also.
Church of
Okay,
Christ.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Church of Christ.
Okay. Are you very knowledgeable about that church, that background?
No, I just know that I don't know if they've changed, but they used to not do musical instruments. I'm not sure if they changed it or not.
Okay. 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 And then there, from a marketing perspective, this is for developers that are trying to build stuff. I didn't get deep in the weeds here because I'm more interested in doing the planning and then selling this to the folks that want to do the building.
Okay.
Community, okay. Okay, so this is about, all these slides are about the actual brick and mortar developers. Okay, then they talk about a project in Michigan. Okay, this is all about real estate development, apartment development. Okay, so if we were trying to get a contract with a big church like West Angeles CDC, they want to develop a lot of Crenshaw. So they might be interested in this, but I'm not suggesting we go after them. But so I would say that the slides that we looked at are the ones that apply to us. I also emailed this guy, Michael Porter, to try to see if I could have a conversation with him. He didn't respond. I don't, as I think about it right now, I don't think it's important. Are there any questions on this?
No, I'm just amazed. Now, how did you did you just do it by being on the internet, or how
Yes,
did you?
just research on my own. Nobody told me, James Davis.
Oh, okay.
I say the power of God, if you really want to know.
Right. I hear
Because
you.
God knows I'm working hard. So he probably said, okay, here's something for you.
So do you know that California now has its own Surgeon General, and she is a pediatrician? I'm trying to remember her name. I've listened to several of her YouTubes. California's Surgeon General. There, Dr. Nadine Burke Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Very powerful. And she's the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the impact on that?
Well, she has recognized that the ACE, oh, there she is. You see her. She's Jamaican. And okay, I don't see the acronyms of her programs. ACE are, there it is. Oh, you moved it. Oh, there we go. Adverse Childhood Experiences Study.
Okay.
And she's saying that most people have those and they have not been treated.
Okay.
So she set up in the poorest area in San Francisco, and she's making a difference. And so she's being recognized internationally, and
Hmm,
she goes and speaks all over the world on her projects.
hmm. Very good.
So I've listened to many of her. Oh, I have her book too. It's called The Deepest Well.
Hmm. Wow. We got to
Yeah, and
give
I'm gonna write to her eventually.
excellent, excellent. Okay. We got to give Gavin Newsom. I think Gavin Newsom is a good guy. I think he'll,
Yes,
if we could get to him with some of our ideas, I think it'll make a difference.
I agree.
Okay. Now, can you hear that music?
I heard it earlier,
Okay. So that means that I
but I
have,
don't hear it now.
okay. So that means that when I share using Zoom, I have to use another platform other than the share screen. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we addressed item number 1 on our agenda. And item number 2 was discuss how this comprehensive model can discuss how this comprehensive model serves as a rationale for funding from the Fund 2 Foundation. Is it okay if we discuss that? Ms. Connie, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Hello.
I'm here.
Okay, okay. I thought maybe I froze. Okay. So on this anchor development chart, institutional anchor development chart, I mentioned the Fund 2 Foundation. So that's under multi-university consortiums.
Okay.
And the idea here is that using multi-university consortiums, which I made this number 1, because I think that the competency that you and I have that's really powerful is the fact that we know how to do our homework and prepare with individuals that have a wide bandwidth of stakeholders who they are impacting.
Right.
And universities definitely have that.
Yes.
Yeah, between the two of us, we could make this work. So I'm saying that under
So do
multi-universe,
you have a university in mind?
well, USC, I'm trying to get back. Yeah, I've got some juice at University of Southern California. And then Pepperdine, being an alumni of Pepperdine, I think that's some low-hanging fruit.
So are you active in the Alumni
Not
Association?
at all. Not at
Okay.
all. However, they're a money-making enterprise. And so I'm sure that if I was going to bring some money to them, they would embrace me with open checkbooks.
Okay.
Another low-hanging fruit is UCLA and the Tom Bradley Legacy Foundation, because Les Hamasaki is the only one that's really trying to do something for them. Wilfred Marshall is their benefactor, but they're not doing too much. So those 3, I think we could get some juice, maybe Cal State LA. How about
Okay.
yourself? Do you have any relationships with universities?
So I don't. I
Okay.
don't.
What about, is Ruth still a part of, is it Amherst?
Yes, she just did an event for them at Mount Holyoke
Okay.
in Amherst. She has relationships,
Okay.
and one of her students' mother is a professor at the University of University of Massachusetts at Amherst at
Okay.
Amherst.
Okay.
Yeah, her
So
name is
H,
Dr. Shabazz. In fact, I'm about to email her because I'm trying to get her to send her son's videos. He's 16 and he's now composing, and
mm,
he's Ruth's student.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So HCB's got relationships with universities.
Okay. Yes, through Ruth.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's all that can be monetized, and we could do it without, we can do it, put it in writing, send it to her and say, do you approve of it? As opposed to trying to convince her why it makes sense.
Okay.
And if you don't want to use that particular method, that's good too. I'm not saying that it's mandatory.
No, 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 no. I think we need to do relationships.
Okay.
I just got through raising $2,500 on relationships.
Okay.
And I,
Yep.
I called Lena Kennedy and I said, okay, Lena, give me some fundraising tips. And she
Mm-hmm.
said, all right, first of all, you write down the names of the people that you think have the money. And then you compose an email, but you say in the subject, I need your help.
Mm-hmm.
And so 12 people responded, and all I was asking was $25. And 12
Mm-hmm.
people responded within a couple days.
Mm.
So yes, it's all about relationships.
Right. And having good karma. I mean, you've helped so many people. Most folks should feel guilty telling you no. They probably,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I'm serious. Okay. So here's Fund 2 Foundation.
Okay.
This lady here, I've researched her. She's the executive director. So she's the head honcho. She's right under Robert F.
Okay.
Smith. And she responded to me on LinkedIn. I think we could get a meeting with her.
Okay.
And being that we know that the Fund 2 Foundation funds, here it is right here, cultural conservation, preserving the African American experience. Brett Legs, I know him from the National Trust for Historic Preservation. So that whole thing on the John and Alice Coltrane house in New York,
Right.
look at this. Music education to nourish talent and the soul. Is this HCB or what?
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously, they will fund us if we put together a proposal that makes sense to them. If we give them a good enough reason on why they should fund us, they'll do it. Here's a
Okay.
person that we can reach out to who will, I think, have a meeting with us as soon as we're ready. And then the other thing is, wow, thank you, God. That was my first time seeing that they fund music programs.
Do you think that just got added? Because we looked at it the other day and I didn't see that.
Me neither. Well, that's why I said thank you, God. God works
Okay.
in mysterious ways. And at this point in my life, I know James Davis is not going to figure it all out. So I'm more inclined to give credit where credit is due.
Right. Do understand. Do understand. I do
Mm-hmm.
the same.
Mm-hmm. And Deval Patrick, he's another investor, venture capitalist source of money that's a contact through Connie Evans.
Okay.
So this particular strategy, and I'm prepared to do the draft proposal using this strategy to this lady, send it to you, and then we could talk about it. Does that sound like
Okay.
a plan?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay.
So I told you about Urban Awareness USA, right?
Yes.
There's a woman, in fact, I bought her book, and I'm going to send you what she says needs to happen when you go out to the corporations for funding. I'm going to send you a copy, and it's one page.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna send that to you after we hang up.
Okay.
In fact, they're doing an interview with her today, a webinar with her today, and so I'm gonna be on that call.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, I'm highlighting Miss Linda Wilson because I believe that our proposal to her will be stronger if we include some of the areas that she's passionate about. Okay, have we, let's hide the floating panel, hide video panel.
So
Okay.
James,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
trying to get our website better because I feel like it needs to be clearer. Because I know that it's very important that when we go out to these schools, they're gonna go to the website. So I'm trying to get that straight within the month, actually.
Okay.
I just gotta find somebody to work with.
Well, you know, I paid $350 for a lady to do the nice website back in December of 2018. And after I watched her do it and she used GoDaddy, now I can do my own. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
So I would.
So we're with Wix. Wix.
Okay. Do they
So
have do they have customer service?
yes, they do. So the question is, okay, I'm gonna send you a website that I want our website to be like, where they have this woman is an opera singer. So there's snippets of different music, her vocals, and it's actually part of her repertoire. And I would like to do Ruth's, the CD that they have, Ruth, I'm sorry, the spiritual CD, which you've listened to many years ago, right?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to do the same way. So I'm going to just send that to you when we're done.
Okay. Very
So
good.
Billy Mitchell he's come back into our lives, and he explained to me that CDs are obsolete, but not going out yet, and that streaming is it. So he's working on getting Ruth's CD streaming. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
As opposed to selling CDs, I guess you go to individual. I don't really understand the concept, but I'm trying to.
well, would it be possible that you could identify someone who you want to retain to handle that for you?
Well, Billy is already doing it.
Okay. Okay.
He's working on the link.
Okay. All right. All right. Beautiful.
And so I'm gonna leave that to him. In fact, the flyer that I did for her just a couple of weeks ago, it says streaming on it, although he has not finished that. So the inspiration for that was the PBS station in Amherst played several of her music, several pieces from the CD.
Okay.
And she actually heard it, she was so excited. And part of our challenge was that the Duke Ellington and the Come Sunday, and then Richard Smallwood's Total Praise had to be licensed, I guess, so whatever. So Lois and I took care of that. And so now they can play it with no problem.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm thinking, who can retain us? And I know that Reverend Dr. Cecil Chip Murray is on the Ray Charles Foundation. I want to see. Okay, so Valerie, can you see the screen right now?
I can, and I was looking at who this person is.
Do you know her?
Valerie Irvin.
Valerie Irvin. Okay. I don't know
Okay.
her.
I don't know her either.
Let's see. Board of Directors. Come on now. David Brokaw, Yakub Hazard, Kathleen Johnson.
Clarence Daniels.
Is
I
that
know
from
him.
Encounter?
I know him from the airport.
Okay.
He
Okay.
used to have contracts. I don't know if he's still there or not. I'm not sure.
He's married to a white lady, right?
No,
Okay. I
Clarence
thought
is
he was.
married to a black woman. I hope. I think they're still together. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know. You know,
Yeah,
it's been a
right.
few years.
Okay, so she's the president. Okay. It's donated millions of dollars making. Okay, well, Clarence Daniels, is he somebody who you're on good terms with, or is that just
The
a
answer
old?
is no. And can I
Okay.
tell you why?
I think you told me. I think you told me. It's yeah, I think you told me. What I want to focus in on without being rude is who do we know that can provide us with some money? And what I wanted to ask you about was this connection here. Karen Clark, Pepperdine University, and Kinsey African American. Now they're a foundation, I do believe.
Okay.
And
So let me just give you my experience with them.
okay.
They wanted me to cater and they didn't have any money and I wasn't doing it for free.
Okay. So that was the end
And
of
they were very
conversation
annoyed with me.
because you asked to be paid, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
and he called me and he said, other caterers are working for me. And I said, they're not set in business, sir.
I'm sorry, you
He
said
named the
what?
names. What?
I'm sorry, what did you tell him? I missed that part.
The two people that he told me worked for him,
Mm-hmm.
that he felt that I should cater for him because they did, neither
Mm-hmm.
one of them was set up in business.
They're not settling business?
No, set up.
Oh, set up in business. I didn't hear that word,
They
set
didn't
up.
have businesses.
Okay, so they were just gonna operate out of the back of somebody's van or something like that.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have,
Gotcha.
they were not even set up.
Okay. So on this thing, then we shouldn't mention the name of Connie Bass until we
No.
get a contract with. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted to spend some time with this connection here between this foundation, this guy here, Bernard Kinsey, was born in Florida. He's got roots in Florida. He's a big fan of Cecil Chip Murray. Cecil Chip Murray has always been supportive of James Davis.
Okay.
I know he's retired, but if he's just 90, 91 years old, to me, that's not old, because I live with a guy that's 93 that works almost as hard as I do.
Okay.
So, people say, well, Chip is getting up in age. I feel like saying to them, aren't we all?
Right.
So what does that have to do with it? But anyway, back to I'm doing some strategic thinking here. So if they have a foundation, so they must have some money. I'm talking about Bernard and Shirley Kinsey. Foundation. Foundation means you're supposed to be giving out money. You get money to give out money.
Okay.
So they have a relationship with Pepperdine. Somebody's got some money in here, because if this thing is for free, somebody's got some money, and maybe City National Bank. is the one, but my question is, how do we get Karen Clark to have a conversation with us to brainstorm on this relationship?
Close my door, please. Close my door. James, you there?
Mm-hmm, I'm here.
You know, I'm a great grandmother, and this is my latest grandson. His name is Zaire, and he's 4 months.
Oh,
Isn't
wow.
he beautiful?
Hold on, I can't see the screen because but hold on, I'm
Oh,
trying.
okay, okay.
But yeah, at 4 months, I'm sure he's adorable.
And he's singing already.
You
He's
say,
trying to talk. It's
oh,
amazing.
okay. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm trying to get to my cameras.
Good morning. Good morning. That's Mr. Davis. Yes.
Can you see my screen?
I can see you, but I see your yes, I see your screen.
Okay, because
But
see, I
I don't
can't.
see me.
Okay, I don't. I think that's because I'm screen sharing. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Well, you know what? We can postpone this conversation, and you can do. That's much more important talking to your great grandson than me.
So, but what I'm gonna do is send you the items that I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
and send you Karen's. Most importantly, send you Karen's project.
Okay.
Because you know she teaches financial literacy.
Yes.
But I'm gonna send you that information.
Okay.
In fact, I was trying to figure out, it was so many people, I think it's 5 pages of emails, and I was trying to figure out how I can put them in my email because I wanted to get up to 10,000 emails.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
For marketing purposes.
Now she's teaching financial literacy.
Yes.
Is she doing that for free or is she getting paid for it?
I have no idea.
Because we had talked about financial literacy, the Melody Hobson School, they have an academy where they teach. It's a regular school. And they also
and
teach.
They give the kids, when they come, they give them, I think it's $20,000 to invest, and they learn all about the stock market. See, I listen to Melody's YouTubes also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to I get educated on YouTube, literally.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's what it's that's edutainment.
Yes, yes.
Okay, would you be willing? Oh, he's a handsome guy. He's a handsome. Good morning. What's his name?
Zaire.
Zaire. Okay, that's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, he's gonna be a heartbreaker. He's one right now. Shit.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable in us having a conversation with Karen Clark? The purpose of the conversation would be
now. Let me explain how I get her to return my calls. Is I text her. Mm-hmm. I have her text, and that's how we talk.
Okay.
I got her to give the National Congress of Black Women $5,000 for the scholarship fund.
Wow.
Last year.
Beautiful.
So, and then, so yes, I would love to talk to Karen, but I would like you to do the research on her first so that when we talk to her, we know what we're saying, you know what I mean?
Beautiful.
In fact, what I want to do when Mackenzie's coming home for spring break, and I want to take her to the bank and open up a savings account for her.
Okay.
At City National Bank.
Okay.
Because that was part of our deal for her giving us $5,000, is that we promote City National Bank to the youth chapter and get them to open up accounts. And also attend her financial literacy class.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So good morning. Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a little bit of history with Karen. And you know, she performed, you know that. She must be a jazz singer.
Mm-hmm.
So I went
Okay.
to one of her concerts 2 years ago, right after I had my first knee surgery at Barbara Morrison's theater in Limerick Park.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, she has the presence of a performer, but I don't think she has a voice to carry it.
Well,
That's just
there's always voice lessons.
I'm sure. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But and the audience was packed.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Well, anything else we need to talk about right now?
I think I just need to send you these emails that
Okay.
I promised that I would send.
Okay.
And yes, and I would love to have a conversation with Karen. I want to keep my relationship with her. But I think we need to understand what her project is about as well.
Well,
It's a youth project.
That's the advantage of having a needs assessment conversation. We could talk to her and let her know that we've been researching financial literacy programs. I can talk about that. And we can let her know that we'd like to find out what are some of her goals on financial literacy programs. How can some of the research and intentions that we have assist her in what she's doing? And then we just listen. And then after she finishes telling us how we can help her, then I could ask a couple of questions that you and I agree on, and boom, it's over. We don't have to talk about deliverables during that particular conversation.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a plan?
He's there. Okay. Yes.
So what I'll do.
Strange.
Yeah, it's I think this, you cannot minimize while you're on Zoom. Okay, so that's that. Okay. Well, I'm good. Anything else we need to talk about?
Okay. I think we're good. I just need to send you this information.
Okay. Well, and then we'll figure out.
Thank you, James. And I'm gonna study the anchor PowerPoint. That's, to me, that's very powerful. I'm gonna study it.
Okay, and could you send me the notes on the slides that we said are important? Because I want to do a special.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I send you what? Can you send me? We're good. We're good. I'm sorry, James. What did you say? Can I send you what?
Oh, the slides. Remember I said this slide, that slide. I think it was about 5
Right.
slides.
I wrote them down. 17, 19, 20, 22, 25, and 28. I'll send you that. I'll send an email.
Oh, you know what?
I wrote them down.
Okay, well, great. If you do that, and then I'll send you some notes that I shared, and then hopefully we could schedule a meeting with Karen, because after you text her, she might say, I'm not available for the next 3 weeks or something like that. So.
Okay. All right.
All righty. And then we'll talk when we're ready.
All right, great.
Thank you much. Take care.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.